The System of Higher Dimensions. Chapter 1. The Boy Chosen by the System. Rain covered the city like a dark curtain. People rushed through the streets in fear. Sirens echoed endlessly in the distance, while smoke rose into the sky. And far above the clouds, the heavens cracked open. A massive crimson fracture spread across the sky as if reality itself had been torn apart. Then something emerged from the rift. Something inhuman. The moment it descended, the entire street shook violently. Buildings trembled, windows shattered, and panic consumed the city. "Kai, move!" A woman grabbed a teenage boy by the arm and pulled him through the crowded streets. Kai Hunter, 17 years old, black hair, blue eyes, and absolutely no idea why the world was ending. "Mom, what is that thing?" "I don't know." Another explosion thundered nearby. A bus skidded across the road before crashing into a building. Smoke filled the air. People screamed. Some prayed. Others simply froze in fear. Then everything became quiet because something landed behind them. Thud. The creature slowly stood from the crater it created. Dark armor-like skin covered its massive body. Its glowing crimson eyes scanned the street before locking onto Kai. A cold chill ran down his spine. The monster smiled. "Kai," his mother whispered fearfully. The creature moved instantly. Too fast. His mother pushed him backward, and the monster's attack struck her instead. Time stopped. Kai fell onto the wet pavement as his mother collapsed beside him. Rain mixed with tears he didn't even realize were falling. "Mom?" Her trembling hand touched his face one last time. "Run." Then silence. Kai's breathing became uneven. His mind refused to accept reality. The monster slowly approached him. Step, step, step. Its heavy footsteps echoed through the ruined street. Kai tried to stand, but fear chained his body in place. The creature raised its claw, and suddenly A glowing blue screen appeared before Kai's eyes. System initializing. Kai froze. What? The screen flickered strangely before stabilizing. User detected name. Kai Hunter status. Unawakened status. Unstable status. Alone. The monster roared and lunged forward. Emergency quest generated survive for 60 seconds. Reward. Survival failure. Death. Kai barely rolled away as the street exploded beneath the creature's strike. Pain shot through his shoulder. Dust filled the air. The voice spoke again. Cold, calm, almost inhuman. Stand up. Kai gritted his teeth. I can't. Then perish. Kai's eyes widened. What kind of system says that? One that wants you alive. The creature charged again. Kai forced himself to move. He sprinted through the ruined street while debris crashed around him. 50 seconds remaining. His breathing grew heavier. 40 seconds. The monster was catching up. 30 seconds. Kai stumbled near a destroyed vehicle. The creature raised its arm again. Kai stared directly into its glowing eyes, and for the first time in his life, he truly understood fear. Then the screen changed. Bonus objective generated eliminate the rift creature. Kai almost laughed. You've lost your mind. Perhaps. A black dagger materialized in his hand. Dark energy flowed around its blade. The moment Kai grabbed it, something inside him changed. The system spoke once more. Suffering creates growth. Loss creates strength. Survive and surpass despair. The creature attacked. Kai moved on instinct. Its strike grazed his side as he slid underneath it. Then he drove the dagger upward. The blade pierced the creature's eye. The monster released a deafening roar. Kai held on tightly, even as he was thrown across the street, even as pain burned through his body. He refused to let go. Again. 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 Until finally, the creature stopped moving. Silence returned. Rain continued falling softly across the ruined city. Kai collapsed beside the monster, breathing heavily. Then the blue screen appeared once more. Quest complete, level up. Title acquired. The one abandoned by fate. Kai stared silently at the floating words. His hands trembled. Who are you? For a brief moment, nothing answered. Then the voice finally spoke. I am the system that will guide you beyond suffering, far above the city. Another rift slowly opened in the sky, and somewhere beyond dimensions unseen by humanity, someone was watching him carefully.
The System of Higher Dimension, Chapter 2. The First Quest. The rain had finally stopped, but New Heaven no longer felt alive. Smoke drifted through the broken streets, burned vehicles lined the roads, and silence spread across the city like a disease. 3 days had passed since sky shattered. 3 days since monsters began appearing from the rifts. 3 days since Sky Hunter lost everything. Kai walked slowly through an abandoned streets with his black dagger hanging at his side. His body ached from the battle before, but somehow he felt stronger, faster and sharper. The system had not disappeared since that night. It watched him constantly, waiting, testing, then suddenly a blue screen appeared before him. System. New quest generated. Enter the lower rift. Clear conditions. Survive. Time limit 1 hour. Kai frowned immediately. Lower lift? A glowing marker appeared in the distance, only a few streets away. Kai sighed. You really don't believe in rest, do you? System. Weakness grows during comfort. Kai. You definitely enjoy this. No response came. Kai clicked his tongue and continued walking. As he moved deeper into the city, signs of collapse became clearer. Stores had been looted, roads were destroyed, people stared at each other with fear instead of trust. Humanity was changing fast. Suddenly, a scream echoed nearby. Kai immediately turned towards the sound. Inside a destroyed convenience store, 3 men had cornered a young girl. Please, I don't have anything left, the girl said. One of the men grabbed her backpack aggressively. Then, why protect it so much? Another laughed. Maybe she's hiding food. Kai stared silently. Honestly, he wanted to ignore it. He already had enough problems. But then, system. Optional quest generated. Save the girl. Reward unknown. Kai almost ground. You make quests for everything. System. Human choices shape evolution. Kai. That still doesn't explain anything. The man finally noticed him standing outside. The tallest man among the group stepped forward. You got a problem? Kai stayed calm. Leave her alone. The man laughed loudly. And if we don't? Kai sighed softly. Wrong answer. The first man rushed towards him with a metal pipe. Kai moved instinctively. The world around him suddenly felt slower. He stopped aside and struck the man in the stomach. The attacker collapsed instantly. The other two froze. By seeing Kai's power, the other two froze in fear. Kai's blue eyes locked onto them coldly. Next, fear immediately appeared on their faces. Without another word, they ran. The girl stared at Kai in shock. Silver hair, blue-gray eyes, around his age. Thank you. Kai nodded slightly. No problem. The girl hesitated before speaking again. My name is CL. Kai blinked slightly. Something about her presence felt strangely calm. Kai, for a brief moment, everything felt normal again. Then the ground shook violently. Boom! Both of them froze. Dark energy twisted through the air nearby. Space itself began cracking apart. A rift was opening. CL's expression immediately turned pale. No way. A black fracture expanded rapidly. Then something stepped out. A massive creature covered in dark armor-like skin. Glowing crimson eyes scanned the streets. Its roar shattered nearby windows instantly. People screamed and ran in panic. Kai's heartbeat accelerated. The pressure coming from the monster was overwhelming. Then the system appeared again. Quest updated. Eliminate the Rift Hound. Failure condition. CL Astra dies. Kai eyes narrowed. Why specifically her? No answer. The Rift Hound suddenly charged forward. Fast. Kai immediately pushed CL away as the creature smashed through the streets where they stood. Concrete exploded everywhere, dust filled the air. The monster attacked again without stopping. Kai barely blocked the claws with his dagger. The impact launched him backward through nearby wall. Pain shot through his arms, strong, way stronger than creature from before. The rift hound slowly walked towards him. Its glowing eyes remained fixed on Kai alone, almost intelligently. System warning: user survival chance 12%. Kai smirked weakly. 12%? System better than before. The monster laughed again. Kai dodged narrowly and slashed across its side. Sparks flew from its armor, not enough. The creature swung its tail violently. Boom! Kai crashed through a destroyed vehicle. Ciel ran towards him immediately. Kai, I am fine. He definitely was not fine. The rift hound entered the streets slowly, confident, predatory, like it already knew the outcome. Then the system spoke again, but this time its voice sounded different, quieter, almost serious. System, Kai, do not lose here. Kai froze for half a second. The tone, it sounded human. The rift hound roared and charged once more. Kai tightened his grip on the dagger. The blue light slowly flowed through his eyes. His heartbeat slowed. Fear disappeared. Only focus remained. The world around him became clearer than ever before. The system window flickered violently. System, skill awakened, void step. Suddenly Kai vanished, the monster froze. A second later, Kai appeared above it. Slash. A deep cut tore across the creature's body. The rift hound roared furiously and released a wave of dark energy. The streets exploded apart. Kai grabbed Ciel and jumped backwards just in time. Dust and debris filled the sky. Ciel stared at him in shock. You teleported? Kai looked at his own hands silently. Even he didn't fully understand what just happened. The monster slowly stood again, still alive, still smiling. Then its chest suddenly split open. revealing dozens of glowing red eyes hidden inside. Ciel stepped backward fearfully. What is that thing? The creature screamed, and every nearby streetlights exploded instantly. Kai's instincts screamed danger. The system suddenly flashed red. System warning, higher entity detected. Immediate retreat recommended. Kai's eyes widened silently. Retreat? For the first time since meeting the system, it sounded afraid. And somewhere beyond reality itself, someone watched silently from the darkness, smiling.